Hey guys, it's Tabitha, and I am back with another story. This one's probably going to be a little bit longer. This one is hard to talk about because it's, well, you read the title and you clicked on the video, so yeah. I just need to bring awareness to situations like this, even though I know a lot of other people already are, but I'm just jumping on the bandwagon and sharing my own too, because why not throw myself into the mix of unfortunately abused foster kids? So, without further ado, here's my story. Well, I can't even, 0.00001% of it. So, this happened when I was 15. I was in an RTC, a residential treatment center, which I hatefully called a group home because they didn't want to be associated with group homes because group homes were worse. They're not. But anyway, this happened at night. Everyone else was already laid down to go to sleep. So let me describe the house a little bit, even though it's not really necessary by much. So it used to be two houses connected with a wall between them. So people kind of tore down a little bit of the wall and put a door frame around it and called it two houses, or one house, my bad. Anyway, so side one was where the kids from ages 6, I think, to 11, 12 or 11 were, and then side two were where the older kids were. So 11 or 12 to 17. I was on side two because I was 15, and there were 3 rooms up there. And this night, everyone else is already laid down to go to sleep, and I was just sitting on my bed, just sitting there, just lost in my head, because back then, I would fantasize, is what I call it now. I would throw myself into a world I created in my head as a way to escape the abuse and the hell I was going through on the daily. And I don't remember what I was fantasizing about, but I was just sitting there, minding my own business, being quiet. And this staff lady, I don't know if it's the one that I loathe or if it was someone else. I would like to believe it's the one that I loathe the most. She also pulled out my hair. That is another story. Anyway, I'm just going to say for the sake of this video, it is her, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. My brain is kind of blocked out some of this. So I was just sitting there, and she was like, Tabitha, lay down. And I was like, why? She was like, because you're going to wake up the other girls. And I'm like, no, I'm not. She's like, yes, you are. I'm like, how? I'm just sitting here doing nothing, being quiet. She's like, don't argue with me, lay down. And I kept refusing. I know at this point I shouldn't have. I should have just laid down, but I wasn't bothering anybody. I was being completely quiet. Yeah, I was moving a little bit, but not enough to disturb anybody. I have ADHD, okay? I can't sit still. I'm moving right now while I'm talking. Anyway, so eventually she called me out into the hallway, and well, things escalated from there. I'm going to try and describe the way she restrained me the best way I can. So imagine, like, you could even physically do this too. Hold your arms out in front of you with your palms facing away, as if like you're holding your hands up for the police, and have your arms out directly in front of you at a 90-degree angle with your elbows level with your shoulders. Imagine that, but behind my back. So this lady from she pressed my front against the wall, and she brought my arms behind my back and twisted them around. And she crossed my forearms together with my hands facing behind me, my palms towards her. And she put her hands under my arms and pushed them up to where my elbows were level with my shoulders behind me, and my forearms crossed and my hands facing away from me. I think if she pushed an inch or two higher, my shoulders would have dislocated. And I instantly started screaming and crying and woke everybody up in that house. And she was telling me to shut up, to be quiet, to stop crying. She wasn't going to let me go until I stopped crying for like 2 minutes. or just be quiet for 2 minutes. And that was probably like one of the hardest things I ever had to do, because that pain was excruciating and I have like no pain tolerance. I'm actually tearing up because I tried to record this earlier and it didn't work. And so recounting this again is just like, it's making my arms hurt. And eventually she let me go, and we were going to go to the movies the next day, and she said, "You're not going to go." All because I was sitting in my bed doing nothing, not bothering anyone. And hold on, I need to fix myself, sorry. So yeah, she said that I wasn't allowed to go, and for once, they actually kept their word. Typically, when kids would misbehave, and the staff would say, "You're not going to go to this event," or "No one's going to go to this event," we'd still go. But no, she hated me so much that she actually didn't let me go, and she actually stayed back herself with me, I think, or she had someone else stay back. And yeah, so that's the story of how I got illegally restrained. Pinned up against a wall. I was terrified. I thought she was gonna like kick the back of my knee, slam my head against the wall, slam her knee into my back. I honestly thought she was just gonna make it worse. She didn't though. But the sheer fear and terror I felt in that moment, and the agony, I think that is literally some of the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. Because again, I'm very sensitive to it. I'm very sensitive to pain. So that was torture right there for me. So yeah, that's how I got illegally restrained in a group home. I hope you guys, I wouldn't say enjoyed the story. I don't know. It's like 5 a.m, so I'm like dead. But yeah, I'm not going to give the whole be sure to like and subscribe, blah, blah, blah bullshit. Because if you want to like and subscribe, you can. If you don't, then you don't. And that's okay. I'm not going to tell you to. It's your choice. So I'm not going to coax you to. If you like my content, you're going to like and subscribe. So I'm not going to just be like every other YouTuber and say that. But yeah, so I had sent a poll to my friends and they wanted this story. So that's why I'm telling it. I have a million more. So yeah, those will be coming up in the future. I hope you all have a good day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.